I'm not any more a Hindu than I am a Christian or a Buddhist or a Jew or a Islam.
Would you care to say then, in that context, what you are? You're not those things, or in a sense perhaps you're all of them?
I think in every one of them is living spirit, and I think I am completely hooked on living spirit.
Are we all on that path?
Yes. Yes. This is the evolution. I mean, the ultimate understanding that I have now is that we have taken a human birth in order to have a series of experiences which are vehicles for our awakening out of the illusion that we are only separate, exclusively separate. Right?
Separate from what?
Separate from the totality of form, or what might be called God, or the formless that lies behind form. The One, it could be called the One. And it seems to me that the journey of awakening leads one to go from thinking that the reality that you grew up with, where your parents said, settle down to reality, this is real, gives way to understanding that that's only relatively real, that there are many types of realities, not only cross-cultural, but planes of awareness as well. And that you go from the identity with your own separateness, which is true on one plane, like at this plane, you're Bernard and I'm Ramdas. Then we go up another one in which we can look and we can see, at one level we can see your body and my body, that's one plane of reality. We could flip our channels, see another plane where we see your personality and mine. Now we're in the psychological domain. We could flip another channel in which we could determine that your astral identity, you could be an Aries or I'm an Aries, you might be Leo, Sagittarius or whatever, another matrix of individual difference. We flip the channel once more, and when I look into your eyes, I see another human being just like me, but in a different package, all right? And then all the individual differences become packaging. These are planes of consciousness. If I flip it once more and look into your eyes, it is myself looking at myself looking at myself. There's only one of us in drag, making believe we are the many, if you will, all right? And the complete cycle is going from the many into the one, and then coming back into the many to delight in the forms of individual difference, not to reject the physical plane by any means, but that's the cycle of awakening, as far as I understand.
Well, the way you put it, it sounds as though your one, your totality, your God, and these are only labels, we're agreed, I'm sure, has, so to speak, set us a task. Is that what you believe?
Well, first of all, it's not anything separate from us.
Oh.
So we have set us a task, and we could call it a game of hide and seek. We could call it, but you see the predicament. If you look at the wheel of births and deaths, in which you go from the one into the many and then awaken back into the one, and then stand back from that wheel outside of time and space, you see that there is nothing happening. There is no beginning and there's no end. It's merely, if you look at a clock, that at some point you think you are at 5:25. You think that's who you are. But actually, if you stood back, you would see that you are the Buddha, you are the first cell separating, and you are also the holy man at the last moment of enlightenment. They're all right there. All the incarnations are always present every moment.
But then are we just going round and round and round?
Yes. Nothing's happening at all, actually.
Well, that sounds a trifle pointless. But you don't clearly, look at you, you don't think that's pointless.
Well, the experience of going round has the point in it. The totality just is. God just is. God isn't going anywhere. It always was, is, and will be. And there is, in a way, it is only when you understand that it's pointless that it gets interesting. Okay? We are always clinging to, what's the meaning of this?
Yes.
How important is this?
Yes.
But maybe it isn't that important. Maybe it has the exquisite beauty of being, as Hermann Hesse says in Journey to the East, Leo says, it's a beautiful dance, it's a beautiful game, an exquisite game, a play. In India it's called Leela, the play, the dance.
Well, now the question that comes up at this moment, I can't resist it, to put it in an obvious modern metaphor, can you sell soap with it? I mean, how do you what do you do? You live in the real world. Never mind about how many other worlds there are and the planes of illusion. I understand that. But we live in this world. We cross the street looking right and left. We go buy food in the grocery store.
Bernard, the question is how we live in the world, not whether we live in the world because we have taken incarnation here, because that's who you and I happen to be on this level of our evolution, that we end up on this plane together at this moment, knowing each other, at least on this plane. Right. But as Christ points out, one lives in the world but not of the world. And you slowly realize that that this is a form that's manifesting, and you dance with it. You wear it like your clothing. You honor it, you take care of it, you keep it clean and neat, and you find out how it harmoniously expresses itself.